This is the sound of a
Yo, what's up people? Wagwan fam. This is a Treyu coming through with a quick recap. First of all, I know it ain't much to a lot of you fucking people out there, but yo, shout out to all the subscribers, man. Yeah, I'm pleased that I got to like a little 100, but yeah, like there's more videos and all that coming, but thank you for subscribing to my channel, and hopefully the numbers will rise and all that, especially for when I start putting my music out there, my performance, and you know the blogs and the debates and stuff that I'm gonna be recording. But getting back into talking about the rap battling, I just watched Pat Stay and Daylyt, the title match, KOTD, King of the Dot, put your money where your mouth is, or however they be saying it. Yo, that's a good battle, you know. Like, a lot of people are gonna dislike this battle because of what Daylyt brought to the table, but to me, this shit was Daylyt. That's a classic in terms of Daylyt is classic. Like, Daylyt is so different. Like, he thinks differently to all these other battle rappers. I fuck with that shit because it's like he's creative, and it's like he's using battle rap, and he's bringing different elements to the table and making it a show. Like, Hitman Holler is, when he raps, he's putting on a show, but it's just like, yo, he's a rapper, he's a good performer, he's got his bars, but he does something to go along just to keep it entertaining. Daylyt is like bringing like drama and shit into the thing, like, and sometimes it don't work well. Like, I ain't feeling it, you know what I'm saying? Like, people say he goes over the top or whatever. I'm not gonna say he goes over the top, but I'm just gonna be like, yo, I don't fuck with certain shit he does, innit? Personally, like, I don't really rate that sort of shit. But when he does shit like this now, I see the bigger picture. Like, I'm not the only one that sees it. There's a lot of other fans that see it too, but some people don't, and some people do but don't like it or whatever. But to me, I respect someone that comes to the table and does something original, does something that no one else is doing, because at times, like this occasion, like the Matrix occasion, it makes Daylyt even more special than just bars. We all know, and that's one thing I liked about this, but we all know Daylyt can rap. We all know that lyrically, when it comes to rapping, Daylyt can fuck with anyone. Now, we know that. A lot of fans didn't know that at first, or they weren't seeing that at first. I remember not even that long ago, maybe even like less than a year, but maybe let's just say a year ago, people wasn't fucking with Daylyt at all. And they were saying it's because he's from the West Coast and he ain't got bars and this and that and rare. They were all saying that, and I couldn't understand. I was like, are these people blind? Like, what go on? Like, but at the same time, now it's gone to the point where people say, yo, he's got bars when his pen game's mean, or when he's serious and this and that, and if only he did this more and rare. But what people don't understand is, like, it's this bigger than just rapping, and people's plans of what they want to do is bigger than just rapping. And the thing is, this shit, the Matrix shit, he's doing, his whole performance is still adding something to what his bars are about, the content of what he's talking about. He's actually showing you and putting it into like some acting shit, some drama shit, some spectacle shit. So I rate that and I respect that. On the other hand, we got Pat Stay. Now, after this battle, a lot of people are going to be talking about Daylyt, but we can't forget Pat Stay. Pat Stay, to me, he's got to be in your top 15 at the moment. Like, Pat Stay has to be in your top 15 at the moment. There's no way he can't be. You know what I'm saying? Like, King of the Dot champion and all that, but he's got a lot of different elements that he brings to the table. The way he switched up his flow, I think it was in the second round, and in the third round, he's like, yo, like, it's just crazy. And you can see why he's champion. I didn't know he can do that shit to that extent. Like, obviously I know he can switch up his flow and all that from previous battles, but now, like, in this battle, he was just bare calm. Like, we all know Daylyt wasn't gonna try and win the chain. We all know he probably wouldn't have even won it, even if he tried to win the chain. Even if he's better than Pat Stay is not gonna lose over there. And you know, it's like, you know what it's like? It's like we're at Elimination Chamber or No Way Out, that's how I remember it. The pay-per-view in WWE or WWF, in between Royal Rumble and in between WrestleMania. We know WrestleMania, we know what the main event's gonna be. Charon and Pat Stay is gonna be the main event for King of the Dot for the title. Charon won the Royal Rumble. He's going to WrestleMania to face the champ. The champ's gonna be Pat Stay because those two are the biggest Canadian battlers, rivals, whatever, fan favorites and all that. But then you got like this next top tier or, you know, top card performer who comes with a title match in the middle in like No Way Out or Elimination Chamber. Like he ain't gonna win it. He ain't gonna win it. But fuck all that shit. That's long going off on one talk about wrestling and shit. But yeah. So what I like is that Daylyt is actually saying something with his performance alone. You know what I get from it might be wrong. Actually, I don't know. What I get from it is what he's basically saying is that one, he's dressed up as a slave, and white slave master is forcing him to rap. Number one. Forcing him to rap about, basically telling him what to rap about, how to rap. Number two, you know. So, and then also in this first verse, he's talking about, he's basically naming all the King of the Dot rappers, Canadian and otherwise, and he just looks at, you know, how the white fans or certain group of fans, like whether you call it grind time style or whatever. They like certain shit, and the black King of the Dot rappers like 100 bullets and all that. It's just like outnumbered them. It's like, and it goes back to wrestling again, man. Like, yo, these black dudes ain't getting no title shots. What the fuck? But so, like, to me, it's like what I get from that performance or what he's trying to say of all them sorts of things. Like, yeah, look, like. And it's not even just about battle rap. To me, what he was doing about the industry literally are the slave masters in terms of, we're going to tell you what to rap about, we're going to tell you when to rap, when to stop, where to stand, what to wear. Here, you put this on, now you can take it off and all that. And he raps about it, like, we do all this for the money or for the crumbs or the peanuts or whatever he was saying. Like, and I rate that shit because it's bringing something different into. He could spit it out. He can rap it, but the fact that he brings like visuals to it and acts and raps as well, I just love that shit. I think it's creative, man. But then you're gonna get those die-hard battle rap fans. They don't care about none of that shit. Even if they fuck with the concept or whatever, they just want to hear bars. You know what I'm saying? And I respect that. To each his own, innit? Like, I personally like antics when it plays part to the performance and it's all in line, and it goes with the bars, and it goes with the content, and it goes with the situation and everything. If it all fits together, it's perfect. Lux against Calico to me was perfect. Lux against Hollow the Don with the Black Panther and all that shit, it could have been perfect, but it wasn't. Daylyt, the Matrix, to me that shit was, what you call, spotless. Like that whole competition, that whole battle, both participants, that is just it's just a pure classic for so many different reasons. You got bars, you got entertainment, you got this and that, And this, I fuck with this sort of antic. You know what I'm saying? I like this shit. But but like I said, man, Pat Stay was always gonna win, and he deserved the win in the battle. But what I liked about Daylyt is that in the third round, during the second, but particularly in the third round, he showed I personally think he sat down and was like this: look, I'm gonna go through the first 2 rounds, and I'm gonna do this sort of thing, this active thing, this slave sort of shit, rare. And he knew how he was gonna end it with the slave master trying to hit him again, but then him turning around and saying, no, I ain't gonna rap no more. But he said, you know what, but if I fuck around and do this sort of antic shit and play around sort of thing and not rap or whatever for the first 2 rounds, he's automatically gonna lose anyway, especially in Canada, especially because Pat Stay is obviously gonna do good as well, or he's most likely gonna do good. But by the 3rd round, he would have already lost the battle. Daylyt would have already lost the battle. So he's like, you know what? I'm going to do that shit for the first 2 rounds. Then in the 3rd round, I'm going to just go ham on them and let them know what it could have been. And all you fucking fans are like, oh, if only he could do this. Oh, if only he put his mind to it. Or all this sort of shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't actually understand that how the fan don't understand. You know what I'm saying? He planned this. I'm looking at some of the comments now. If only Daylyt would apply himself. Shut the fuck up. He knows what he's doing. In fact, he gives you this little bit because he's planned it like that. Don't you understand? You don't understand that? You don't understand? Blood clotting. He's clever, innit? In some aspects. I do believe he goes too far sometimes, only because I don't like when you put some shit out there. Yo, can't fuck around with them things right there. All the gay and all the yeah, it's gonna get attention. Yeah, even it can even be funny. But at the end of the day, yo, there's a bigger picture to this shit. But yeah, man, going off on one again as I do. But I like the battle, man. Definitely check that out because it was something different. He didn't. One thing I liked about it as well, like Daylyt didn't like have much shit bars. Sometimes he has some bars and it's just like, okay. Like he had a few of them. Like I don't care. Like the hug thing. You are a sinner. I like to hug. You are a slug. Like it's okay, but I've heard him say that shit before. So, but anyway, and like again though, Pat Stay definitely deserved to win that. But yo, check that battle out, man, and tell me who you think is gonna win, man, Charon or Pat Stay. And what do you think about this battle? Like, obviously Pat Stay won, but did you think it was 3-zip or was it 2-zip? Do you think Daylyt won? Daylyt had, like, he did have bars, like there's no going against it. But and also like I believe he feels like he knows that if he came on point. The 3rd round was 3 rounds of what he done in the 3rd round. It'd be a problem because how are you going to vote against him? You can't. But anyway, let me know what you think about all of that shit, man. Once again, thanks for subscribing. If you ain't subscribed, subscribe. Got more shit coming on the way, man. Like these ones are little quick blogs that I'm doing. My other blogs are proper like recorded and shit like that. But I ain't got time for that shit right now. But yeah, man, let me know what you think about all of that. Subscribe, share, like, and all that shit. But yeah, bless up.